It's going to be ambiguous. We'll be like, well, was it a bounce? Was it not a bounce? I don't know.
Well, then we can talk about the one Matt Rule year 4, which was at Temple back in 2016.
Oh, God, you're not going to do.
Well, I thought we were going to jump ahead and preview or look at year 5.
I like that
uncharted
better. Let's do year 5.
Year 5 is a scary, scary time. By the way, year 4, for anyone who's wondering, they won the conference championship. Temple did. Went to a bowl game, lost to Wake. Sad. Matt Rule went to the NFL. Double sad. COVID.
So you're saying Nebraska is going to lose to Iowa in the conference final?
No, that would be dumb.
That would be hilarious if Nebraska played Iowa in the Big Ten championship.
Weeks, and then they'd still go to the playoff, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, that's awesome. Nebraska to the college football playoff.
Now there's a question for you. Nebraska loses to Iowa in the regular season, loses to Iowa in the rematch the next week in the conference championship.
Double pain.
Still makes the playoff. Jack Mitchell, are you signing the deal?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's incredible.
So they go 11-0, but then lose twice in a row to Iowa?
Yes. So they're 11-2 with 2 straight losses to Iowa, but they're in the playoff.
And they're probably hosting. They're probably playing at Memorial Stadium on a cold, gray Saturday or Friday night.
You know what?
Then they lose to Texas.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you signing? There you go. That's the doomsday scenario. Back-to-back losses to Iowa, but they make they make the playoff, and they host as an 8 seed against the 9 seed Texas Longhorns and lose.
So they finish 11-3.
So they finish 11-3, but they made the playoff.
That's like the best year since 2001.
Yes.
But it ends in somehow more horrifying fashion.
It ends with 3 straight losses to 2 of your most hated rivals.
Wow. That would be so triggering. I will type up the poll question.
That's a poll question, baby. That's a poll question.
I don't think I've ever wanted anything this badly in my life.
If Nebraska were to go 11-0, I think the chances are better than 50-50. They're the number 1 team in the country. So they enter that game against Iowa at home, undefeated season, number 1 ranking, and Iowa wins again.
And then,
but because Iowa was also having a really good season, they get rematched in Indianapolis in the conference championship game, and Iowa wins again.
Oh!
But Nebraska's 11-2, and they're in the playoff now. Unfortunately, Iowa's going to get the bye, right? They're going to be the team that gets the one of those top 4 seeds. But Nebraska still is good enough to host a playoff game. And when you know who won the pony, guess who's coming to town? Bevo.
Texas, Arch Manning, the Manning family. Peyton is in town. Eli is in town. Your stupid goat with his hot sauce.
And Nebraska loses again.
Oh, my God.
So they start 11-0. They still make the playoff. They host a playoff game, but they finish 0-3. Would you take the deal or say, hell no, I'll take my chances with anything else that could happen? Are you taking that? The best way I could describe it is it's like
big, beautiful deal.
It's a big, beautiful deal.
Yeah.
It's like you ordered this delicious cheeseburger, and then you take a bite and you realize it's not real meat.
I mean,
Impossible Meat's pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't compare it to that, John. I would say
not compared to real meat.
The first handful of bites are awesome, and then at the very end, you eat it and you're like, oh, stomach's starting to feel bad, and then you're like, I'll keep it, and then you keep finishing it, and then you're just puking and pooping.
So it's coming out both ends.
Yeah,
we have apparently struck a nerve with some folks.
We are pissing everybody off. They're so mad.
I don't know what they're so mad about.
Again,
it's 11 wins.
Remember,
it is 11 wins.
This is just a scenario, right?
It's a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical
thought experiment.
The odds of it happening are minute.
Well, as Dave Fight writes on Twitter, Nebraska has won 11-win season this century. Take the deal. We should explain the deal for those who are maybe just getting in their car.
The deal is this. Nebraska starts 11-0, which means they're probably the number 1 team in the country heading into Black Friday against Iowa. And then guess what happens?
They lose.
Iowa happens.
Oh, man. Bad.
But the good news is, because the rest of the Big Ten has been cannibalizing itself.
Yeah.
It's Huskers and Hawkeyes the very next week.
Revenge, baby!
8 days later in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis.
And then what happens? What happens, John? Tell me. Give it to me. I want to hear it.
Iowa wins again.
Tough.
But Nebraska's 11-2. They're 11-2. and they're going to be in the playoffs. And they're good enough to host a first-round playoff game.
Wow, the biggest game to ever come to Memorial Stadium. A playoff game. Do or die.
And you get to face another old, bitter rival.
Creighton?
The Texas Longhorns.
Oh, my gosh.
Where?
Oh, my
Texas
gosh.
wins.
Oh, no. By the way, is there a Creighton game that Friday or Saturday night of the first round
I
of
don't
playoff?
know. I don't even know what dates there are. But
oh, boy.
That's neither here nor there. What is important is this. Would you take the deal or would you say, hell no? 11 wins is great, but there's no way I want to end 0-3 and losses twice to Iowa in the span of 8 days and to Texas.
Some responses.
Give them to me, Josh.
We should. Shouldn't we tell the folks what the
results are so far?
Yeah.
Closing in on 500 votes. Door number 1, 11-0, 3 in a row losses to end the season. Bye-bye. Door number 2, anything is on the table.
Yep.
John, they could go 5-7.
Yep. You're just willing to let the season play out. You're not taking the deal.
Door number 2. 54.4% of the vote. We are telling the audience you are going to the playoff, and more than half says no. I don't want that.
No, I don't want this scenario.
Because
we
it
have
would be too
finally
sad.
found the scenario.
Yeah.
The sign on the dotted line scenario that the fans just, I can't bear to witness.
Amy Just, friend of the Grum, writer and scribe for the Lincoln Journal-Star. Door number 2 will most certainly be something worse. How is that the option that's winning? D'Lo writes in, is it
worse? That's the point. Because I had someone point out in one of the comments,
yeah.
What if, let's say Nebraska goes to 10-2, 9-3.
9-3.
If they go 9-3, there's a chance they could be in a New Year's Day bowl game.
Yeah, probably.
They wouldn't be in the playoff at 9-3.
Probably.
More than likely not. But New Year's bowl game.
Yeah.
Could I interest you in that over finishing 0-3 to
You'd
Iowa?
rather go
Texas?
9-3 than make that playoff? You monsters.
Again, because think of
the pain. Yes,
think of the pain, but
maximum.
think of the takes.
Oh boy!
Because all of a sudden, and you might say, "Oh, absolutely not. They haven't won 11 games in 25 years. There's no way they would react like that."
2001,
I'm telling you,
Chance.
I've been around here long enough to know how people would react.
Bad.
People would not react well. And for some strange reason, there would be folks out there who would be like, I don't know if Matt Rule's the right guy. You're probably shaking your head and said there is no way they would do that. I'm telling you, there would be enough. Remember, this is the same fan base that was wanting Matt Rule out after losing the first 2 games in his first season.
They might want that anyway, John. Like, we can't control the crazies.
I know, but
we can't control the crazies.
But see, that's the thing. You got to deal with the crazies.
Well, we have to deal with the crazies.
I'm noticing a fun trend where everybody picking door 2 is also attaching F Iowa to their answer.
Well, people don't like Iowa.
So anyway,
D'Lo writes, been losing to Iowa for years. Probably lose to them in option 2. Might as well grab a playoff berth when offered.
Okay.
I mean, that is the thing.
Again,
the odds say they're going to lose to Iowa, so why not just lose to Iowa, even worse?
But could you imagine losing to them twice in a row with an undefeated season, a national championship, a conference championship, all of those things on the line, and they blow it?
If they're 11-0, would we have to do like a counter programming on sportsmanlike conduct on that week because you will be on the air doing a basketball game? Like, we'll probably have to do extra radio because people would be so jacked up for the 11-0 Nebraska-Iowa matchup. They'll say, we can't listen to basketball. We need your football takes.
No, I don't think
this
that's
would be the best fall ever for us. Corey writes,
you have 18 other podcasts you could do.
I'll do a podcast. Corey writes, look, the end of the season would suck, but anyone not taking 11-3 in a home playoff game after what this program has given its fans for a decade should be committed to an insane asylum.
But might you also be committed to an insane asylum if this scenario played out?
Oh yeah, great point, John. You didn't think about that.
Yeah,
that would be really bad. Sam, how is host a playoff game only getting 47.8% of the vote?
Because you lost twice in a row to Iowa and you lose to Texas. Imagine that. Back-to-back home games where the euphoria, the excitement, I mean, think about it. You're going into Black Friday 11-0. Man, the fever pitch. There'd be people saying, this is what it was like in 71,
Can you imagine Jack
This
Mitchell?
is the game of the century, man. This is the best. And then they lose at home.
Yeah.
But they get a chance to get some revenge the next week. And so all of a sudden people are getting back up and now what? No, they lose again. But then people would talk themselves into another fury because he'd be like, oh, but we get to host a playoff game. Oh, we got to bring Texas here and we got to knock them out. And then they beat you too. Those are 3 huge groin kicks in a row to 2 of the most despised rivals that you have. The only way I could make this scenario worse is if somehow Deion Sanders could be involved in it.
He's announcing the game because he resigns from Colorado in mid-October, and ESPN puts him in the broadcast booth for the Texas game in the playoff. Max says this is the best test case for how much rivalries mean in college football.
I think it's more the best test case for how people just don't want to lose to these particular teams.
Yeah, if you made one of them like Oklahoma, like if you made it the Texas loss is Oklahoma, do you think people change their tune a little bit? Or if it's like,
I think
Georgia. If it's Georgia coming to Lincoln and winning, are we talking about like a 75% give me door number 1?
Yeah, again, it's who you're losing to. It's not it's not necessarily that you're losing, it's who it's to.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Joel says Nebraska hasn't beaten Iowa and Lincoln since 2011. That bothers me more than anything right now. Wow, it's been since 2011.
It's been a long time.
Yikes. That's true because 2013 was the hat swing game. Yikes.
What's the hat swing game?
Bo Pelini got mad at a ref and swung his hat, and he almost hit him in the face.
Oh, wow.
Which, what if?
That's assault
in the face.
brother.
That's assault, brother.
I love what Rugby Kobe says.
What's that?
7-5 is better than your scenario. I would get it would be huge progress for the program, but I have emotions and I need to worry about my emotional well-being.
The man put Texas in the playoff and they beat Nebraska. Duncan writes, Nebraska hasn't made a New Year's Six Bowl since the 2006 season. Let's pretend this is like making the playoff. Or made it to 11 wins since 2001. Take the 11 wins, including at Penn State, making and hosting the playoff. Helps the program more than losing those last 3 games. Hurts it. You got to look at it through that lens. Big picture, this is awesome. Nebraska is back.
Folks.
Would they be back? Because then people would say, yeah, but they were 11-0, and then look what they did. They lost 3 games in a row.
They're almost back.
2 of them at home.
They're almost back.
Travis in Dallas, door number 2, and I think you all can guess why. Dallas.
Travis is married to a Texas grad. Yeah, that'd be bad for Travis. Everyone's looking at it through the Iowa lens. He looked at it through the Texas lens.
BJ says, F Iowa, door 2 all day, every day.
Nice. Douglas, would be wild to turn down door number 1. Absolutely wild. And yet that's what a lot of people are doing.
Brian says, this is a hard one. The season would be so much fun up to that first Iowa game. It would suck to crash and burn, though. But the following season could be unfinished business 2.0, or it could be hot seat 1.0.
Do you stop it? They're not going to put Matt Rule on the hot seat for starting 11-0 and losing his last 3.
No, they're going to put him on the hot seat because he goes 5-7 the following season.
Now that would be pain. That would be a lot of pain. What would you do, John?
Again, I am really torn on this one.
Wait, are you really? Oh,
yes.
This is so easy. You obviously take door number 1.
I don't know.
Look, you're going to have horrible pain anyway. Might as well have horrible pain with a better
season. You can go 9-3 this season.
Yeah, but still lose to Iowa.
Well, maybe you lose to Iowa, but maybe you don't. Maybe the 3 losses are to SC, Penn State, and Michigan.
They always lose to Iowa.
Fine, even if it's not to Iowa, then guess what? That means you're beating either Michigan, Penn State,
you would trade a 9-win bowl season in a bowl that you don't care about at all.
No, I'm just.
But you'll have to do overreaction for.
But your point is that there's going to be a groin kick anyway.
Yes,
I'm telling you, the groin kick of this scenario is harder than most anything.
Yes,
that could possibly be experienced. I mean, these are some stiff. Groin kicks.
Yeah, this would be really
very
bad.
Stiff groin kicks. It's one thing. I mean, the people go on and on. I know you're doing the whole, groin kick chronicles. Sure. Most of those groin kick chronicles, if the game goes the other way, the season still sucks.
That's true because Nebraska's been bad at football. That's true.
There's a difference between a groin kick and the difference between 4-8 and 5-7, and a groin kick that's the difference between beating an arch rival, going undefeated, winning a conference championship, and somehow losing a playoff game.
True. That's true.
I mean, those are much bigger, badder groin kicks.
You're making tremendous arguments. This would be, I mean, it would be something that we have not
these would
seen.
Be 3 straight.
Yes.
In the course of 1 month. They'd all happen in 1 month.
Yeah.
There'd be no harmony, no peace, no, get right game against Samford in there.
The season is just over.
The season's over.
One day you're dreaming of winning a natty, and a month later your season is done, and you have lost to two of your least enjoyed or your most hated rivals over the course of a month. 3 times. I'm picking door number 1. Though.
I'm probably picking door number 1.
Also, the wild
but
ride.
I am not going to shame those who pick door number 2.
I will shame them because
there's no shame in
they're
it.
Just gonna go.
Shame.
They're going 5-7. So now, congrats. You traded this for 5-7. Congratulations. Enjoy.
Well, and honestly,
enjoy your 5-7
a lot of how you answer any of these questions depends on what you realistically see happening. And I dare say, I mean, we can go back to the results of our polls. Most people are in the 8 or above club,
including our Tuesday friend Steve Sipple, who is now a 9-3
Correct.
man. What has happened?
Right.
What is going on around here?
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Like if you are a 6-6 person, then yeah, of course you're like no doubt about it. I guess if you're 9-3, you're like, no, I'll take my chances. But you're wrong because they're not going to go 11-1, and I don't think they're going 9-3 either. But here's why I picked number 1. First of all, the ride that we would get to go on as a radio show would be exquisite. We would have not the last part of it, the first part of it.
So what you're saying is, the trip was awesome. I somehow snuck my way onto this boat, met this really hot chick.
Hey, I'm married.
She really liked the fact that I could draw things with charcoal, and then we escape away into the cargo hold where she asked me to draw her like one of her French girls, and we're just having a wonderful time. And we make out in the back of this Model T, and it's having a great time. And then all of a sudden, you hit the freaking iceberg, and next thing you know, she's sitting on the damn door. You're buried in the water. You freeze to death. She lives and has regrets.
Also, a dude hit his head on a propeller.
That's what you're saying. Yeah, it's a hell of a ride.
Wow, this is the Titanic.
This is the Titanic.
Do you think Jack had regrets? I mean, he got laid.
But he's dead.
And he got to draw her.
But he's dead.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't get to come back for the unfinished business tour. He died because somehow there wasn't enough room on that door that
it was too small.
What's her face was sitting on.
Oh, you knocked yourself out. You were so excited about the door. Yeah, you just did. You're good. Zeb says, what if they win the Black Friday game against Iowa, then lose in the Big Ten championship game against Iowa and lose against Texas? How would you feel? I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? It's just slightly better because you're 12-0 instead of 11.
Yeah.
It's still pain. There's still many pains. many pains.
If this happens, would you do the Big Red overreactions?
So you're saying if they're 11-0, will I volunteer to do whatever is next? Mm-hmm. Sure, put it on the list. If they're 11-0, I sign up for whatever is next for Nebraska football. This is awesome. This is the Titanic season for Nebraska.
This is like the Titanic.
Everything
was great. It was wonderful. You were having the sex and enjoying the company of a beautiful young English girl.
Yeah.
And then you hit the iceberg.
That's true.
And that water is cold.
It is cold, man.
It's very cold.
Imagine how small things were because of the cold.
Yeah. How did that work in the car?
What? The car wasn't underwater when they were boning.
It's still probably cold in the. Why would you heat the cargo bay?
No, didn't you see that movie?
Yeah.
Dude, that car was.
It got steamy.
Yeah, because they were breathing very heavily.
Oh, yeah.
That would represent about the USC game.
Oh.
In the story.
Cats Are Funny says, I refuse to give Iowa 2 wins. Thanks. He refuses to let this program gravitate to 0-3 versus Iowa and Texas. Yeah, that would be, wow.
That's what this is.
I like this comparison to the
This
Titanic.
is the Titanic. This
really
is the Titanic scenario.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Travis, I'd be so loud and wildly insufferable leading up to Nebraska being 11-0. Imagine how much fun that would be. Wow, fight, yeah. Essentially, you're asking if we want to relive the 2001 season, 11-0 ugly losses to Colorado.
Now, we didn't. Now, for the fairness of the,
we did not say blowouts.
We did not say how they were going to lose those games, but there's a pretty good chance
Yeah, we just said
with
pain.
those two teams that the losses would be excruciatingly painful.
Yeah.
I mean, Iowa has the art of the escape mastered, and Texas was the original Iowa when it came to pulling things out when they had no business pulling things out.
Keisters. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking about two rivals that have given Nebraska fits, and not because of blowouts necessarily.
Yeah.
So there's a very good chance that at least two, if not all three of these losses, are very excruciating in how they happen.
Bill says, I think you guys need a vacation, getting a little kooky. It's July. This is what happens in July. This is my
favorite scenario we've ever cooked up.
Dan says Iowa
This is so good.
Iowa wins 2 games with 1 first half.
That's probably what happens. And you know what happened? Yeah, they probably win those games because guess what? Their special teams is still better than Nebraska.
402. And just like the movie Titanic, everybody watching knows what is coming. Yeah, we're all watching like this is going to be really bad. It's going to be horrible when they lose.
Oh, so when you're hosting the shows the week of the Iowa game, you're saying, you know what's going to happen.
If they're
hitting the iceberg
if
here.
they're 11-0 going into the Iowa game, I am running as far away as possible. I want to leave, but I volunteered to do overreaction. They're going to lose, and it is going to be really, really bad. Travis, so guys, these losses would cause generational groin kicks.
Exactly.
People would talk about this like you talk about the 84 Orange Bowl. It would
Except it happened 3 times.
in a row.
3 times. And remember, in 1984, we didn't hate Miami yet.
That's true. That's a great point.
That's when the hate started, but they didn't hate them yet because we kind of overlooked them. You already hate Iowa.
So by the way,
and think of the black and yellow confetti falling from the skies in Indianapolis while Kirk Ferentz is accepting the trophy from Manfred's boy.
We did it with 1 first down.
Meanwhile, Matt Rule's back in the press conference going, I didn't think it was possible we could lose a game holding a team to 1 first down.
Eating sad
but
pizza.
We did.
He's eating sad pizza like Urban Meyer.
The game ends 2-0 on a safety.
Oh my gosh. So the dates
because
of
the
these
punt
games.
snap goes over his head.
Black Friday is November 28th. The Big Ten Championship game is December 6th. They would play the playoff on either Friday the 19th or Saturday the 20th. So over the course of, 22 days, they would lose 3 games, again, to teams that they despise.
See, the more we talk this out, door number 2 is starting to sound a little more inviting.
Kirk Ferentz's smug face talking about winning the right way. Oh, he would. People doubted us. They doubted us, and we beat them twice. We beat them twice. They said that our way of winning couldn't win. And he brings his son back to call an honorary play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Would it be better if Iowa would go on to win the Natty? Because then Nebraska would be like, we lost.
The answer is no.
The answer is no.
It took a national championship winning team to take us out.
No.
The answer is no.
If there's one thing Nebraska fans still wants to have is they want to hold the fact that you've never really won a national championship over their heads.
Close to 600 votes now. 53.2% have picked door number 2.
I'm telling you, door number 2 is starting to... In door number 2, you live.
Wow.
Door number 1, you freeze to death in the Atlantic Ocean. And they make a movie about you 80 years later.
Mustache Adam. Nebraska goes 11-0, but then loses last 3 to tormentor programs, and it's the guy with the 1,000-yard stare, the troop. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wow.
I'm still picking door number 1.
Yes,
Probably
we know
even
what you're
harder.
doing. We know what you're doing.
Well, of course you're picking door 1.
You're an Iowa fan.
Iowa's in the playoff.
Yeah.
And they're the Big Ten champions.
Iowa starts 11-0 and then loses 3 games in a row. 2 of them to Nebraska and 1 of them to Iowa State. What do you do? Well, you are probably like, sweet, go Clones.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you're such a goober.
It'd be annoying because Nebraska fans would hold that over your head forever because, the next 10 years until they decide to beat Iowa in the regular season again.
That's the thing, John. Iowa would hold this above Nebraska's heads for the rest of time.
Yep.
Yikes, that's tough. Wow.
Yep.
It gets worse.
Yep.
What is the thing about taking a deal? It gets worse. The deal gets worse.
It's getting worse all the time.
Yeah. Who said that?
That was Lando.
Lando from Star Wars.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Formula 1.
No, I would never.
Lando Norris.
Duncan, you're right, everyone. Going 9-3 and going to the ReliaQuest Bowl sounds so much better than 11-3.
I think it does.
Yeah, you guys want to go to the ReliaQuest Bowl?
I think, especially if you win the ReliaQuest Bowl, imagine how nice your jewels will feel.
Joel just said, but what a trip to Happy Valley it would be. And then it's the scene in Titanic when the hand
goes
touches
up on the door on the glass.
Joel, that's funny. That is really, really good. So the guy falling off the Titanic and hitting his bonk.
That's Iowa gaining the first down.
That would be the first down. Oh, now I kicked myself out. What is going on today?
I don't know.
What the hell is
It's
happening?
all going crazy.
Good Lord.
This is a fun poll.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
This might be one of my best ever.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.